Okay, so today's drawing we're going to do a Raft Foundation scale 1:10. So to start the Raft Foundation, we're actually going to start from the top of the wall. So first thing we're going to do is draw in a line that represents the top of the wall, and off this we are going to measure 35 millimeters. So we're going to have a 10, a 10, a 15 and a 10. Okay, then first this is the external part of the building. We are going to come down here. We will come down 150 millimeters on this side. Okay, and on this side we will come down 125 millimeters. Okay, that'll also be the case for this line. It'll also be the case for the insulation, which is over 10 millimeters. Okay. And the external wall, as I said, will come down 150 millimeters. Okay, that's the step one to do. The next thing we're going to do is you're going to hatch the wall, hatch the inner wall, and hatch the insulation the entire way up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start drawing in our raft foundation. So the actual raft foundation will come across from that point. Okay, it will come across from this point, and I'm going to take it out 100 millimeters. Okay, I am then going to step it down 250 millimeters. Okay, I'm then going to take the raft foundation over until I come up past the internal wall. Okay, I'm then going to take the raft foundation on the left hand side. I'm now going to take the raft foundation again down 250 millimeters. Okay. From this point I am going to draw a light 45-degree line, and I'm also going to draw a light horizontal line, and where the two intersect is the raft foundation. And I'll put it in. Just making sure that I stop at the correct point. A bit more there. Okay, so a foundation or a raft foundation has a lot of steel in it, in particular. Okay, so sorry, one more line that I forgot to put in is from here down to there, from there over to there. So that is the outline of our raft foundation. Okay, have a go at that. Okay, so what I have done is I've hatched, there's a large amount of steel in a raft foundation, and it is made of concrete. So what I've done is I've illustrated that there is steel in this particular foundation. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to do the outside of the house. So again, we are going to put in a concrete footpath on the outside. we're going to put the concrete footpath that it is 100 millimeters in height. So we're going to put concrete. Then underneath that and underneath the entire foundation we have layers of hardcore, and that's a crushed graded stone, and it will go in layers of between 150 and 225. So I'm going to put them in every 150. So just coming down 15 because it's scale 1:10, and we will put. So we're only illustrating the fact that there is hardcore underneath this item, and there would also be hardcore underneath the footpath also. And there'll be hardcore underneath the entire foundation. Remember, a raft foundation would be used in extremely poor soil conditions where the whole building must be supported, not just the walls but the actual floor itself. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go and draw in, remember this was 100 or 10 millimeters, 15, a 15 and a 15. We could have more hardcore down here, and we also have to put in layers on this side here as well. Okay, have a go with that. Okay, so the next thing, so you have done your hatching symbol for your hardcore, which is 60-degree lines up and down. The next thing we're going to just finish off is we are going to do the internal floor. Okay, so on this we just have a basic concrete floor with insulation. So on top of this we will put a layer of sand. Then we will put our radon barrier down. The radon barrier will come down, in this instance, across, down at an angle, and across here. Okay. When we have the red pen in our hand, we'll also put in our DPC, which would be up 150 minimum from ground level. So up 150. Okay. And the DPC will go across both walls. Okay. That's the end of the pen, the red pen. Then on top of the radon or the DPM, we're going to put a layer of insulation. So we'll put 100 ml of insulation, and then on top of that we'll put our slab, which is our concrete. Which will go up there. Another 100 millimeters up. And again, cut it off at the side. We'll also have a small piece of vertical insulation to counteract some thermal bridging, cold bridging down in the corner here. Then we will put in our internal plaster. Then we will put in our external render. Okay. Then we will put in our skirting board. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is go and do that. Okay, so this is the finished drawing. So just a couple of little notes. So we have our insulation that has been put in with a 45-degree line, coloured in yellow. We have our skirting board down the corner here, our vertical insulation, and the other thing that I didn't show in the drawing that is put in is our wall tie. in orange there, but you can change the colour of that. So what I want you to do is I want you to number drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are more elements in that drawn, but we're just going to learn today the 7. And I want you to put the scale, your own name here. Scale is 1 to 10. It's the Raft Foundation, and these are done with either a compass or a circle template. Okay, so that has to be finished as you see it there.